What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we want to do a submission because I know you guys love to do submissions. Now we covered this in a rubber guard video. I'll put a link here, but I recommend you check that at the end of the video because the rubber guard video is pretty good. We have part 1, part 2, and we also cover this on the active guard, our instructional BJ Phonetics. If you like today's video, be sure to check that out. But it's going to be, guys, about the Gogoplata submission. Now in the DVD and in the rubber guard video, we go over it quite briefly. Today I'm here with you guys to cover it in depth. Let's just get to it. So we're going to start off from the close guard. We're going to see some setups today from close guard. We're going to see some setups from maybe half guard or passing, and then we're going to go deep into the finishing mechanics. So that's how we cover it today. First entries, then finishing mechanics. Don't skip ahead too fast. Check out the entries and then mix it up with the finishing mechanics. So first of all, what I really like to do, I think you guys noticed, otherwise check the videos, working from rubber guard. Now I'm not going to go in depth on the rubber guard, but just briefly to explain, my partner has his hands on me. I want to bring his posture forward using his legs, my legs and my grips on his body. So if I cannot really reach, I want to sit up, find some grip fighting and bring my partner towards me with my legs. As I do so, I AB out and I bring my leg here into this mission control position. Now from there, first off we're going to check out the rubber guard and then we're going to do a slight variation, which is like the shoulder pin guard or the Sean Williams guard. From here I hug my knee, usually if his hand is still on my body. Yes, when we go down like this and I control, keep your hand on my body please, yes, I have to swim this in, cover my leg, then I give over past the leg and now we're in this position here. From here, I will clear the head as if I were going to go for an omoplata. Now instead of this, my foot will come underneath his chin. I will check the finishing mechanics later. It can also be used anytime I'm in the omoplata and my partner starts pressuring back into me. That's when I go back, turn my hips. Now the problem with this, if you're not that flexible, is there's going to be some pressure on the outside of your knee. To be a bit aware of that, it could help with ABing your hips out. So my hip shouldn't be really underneath my partner, but AB it a little bit out because it gives me a better angle and it's healthier for my knee. Anytime I'm in the omoplata and I want to sit up and start attacking the shoulder lock here, if he pressures back into me, if I want to, I bring my head back and it's important that his elbow passes my hip line. Yeah, don't put too much pressure on your knee, so stay with your hips facing towards the side and not purely facing upwards. Now if you're flexible, and I'm pretty flexible, this is okay for my knee, but I would highly recommend for you to just learn to do it like this, to be a bit more perpendicular to your partner. Now, besides the rubber guard, something I really like to do is to use this overhook guard. Now how you get there, just check out anything about the overhook guard and upgrade here to the Sean Williams guard. Instead of reaching all the way this side for the rubber guard, it puts less tension on my knee. I'm going to throw the leg over and I'm going to control the shin. And my arm is going to do two things. First, pull my shin down to control his posture. And secondly, push his head away with my elbow to keep some pressure on my partner here as I squeeze my thighs in. Now I can let go of this overhook and I'm going to swim underneath, control either a gable grip or a 3-finger G in the bell grip here underneath my knee, yeah, and pushing my shoulder and my lats down and pressing my knees together here to get into the Sean Williams guard. A minor detail is to flex your foot here, but not so much about that today. Now the same thing applies. It's just a variation of rubber guard. This used to be called the London position in rubber guard, but let's not get too much into those details. From here, I'm not pushing on the neck. Keep your head to the right, Bart. I'm not pushing in the neck. I'm pushing on the ear. Clearing. You can grab your foot. I don't really like to grab my toes and now flex my ankle like this. Put some pressure on my ankle. But if you're flexible, sure, you can do this. What I like to do, I push the head away, I bring my foot, and then I flex it underneath his chin. Like so. Yeah. Now, once again, my knee pressures to the side, so it's in a healthy line, and I'm not going to be all the way stacked like this. Let's do quick more entries. This one is something I also really like to do. So when I'm in an armbar situation, like so, like a basic armbar from close guard. If my partner postures up and pulls the arm out because it's slippery and nogi, I can switch my hips and throw my leg over, just posture up please, to get into this second armbar here. Yeah, so really cool armbar I like to use. Now from here, if my partner grabs his hand and pressures back into me, this is also a good way to go into the Gogoplata. Yeah, if you want to check it out, just rewind. And let's look at half guard. Now this is more for the flexible people, and this is not really my style, but maybe you're really flexible. If we're playing like a Z-guard or a knee shield half guard, and I feel my partner's trying to pass or trying to work, sometimes I can grab his arm, throw my leg over, and start entering Gogoplatas from here. So if you're really flexible, you can get this same angle, this same entry from half guard, or maybe even from your partner being standing and toriendo passing. Play around with that. Today I want to keep the entries limited to the close guard. Yeah. And for the more flexible people, you can work this in your open guard or your half guard. So one last time for the close guard. Anytime we are in the situation of the omoplata, here, or working an overhook guard or Williams guard or rubber guard, anytime I can swim in, control my partner's grips and be here, this is where I tend to be. If you want to have more information about the entries, just check out our rubber guard video or be sure to check out the active guard. push the head away. Usually I want to cup the shoulder, control here, as my foot weaves over. There we go. Now guys, let's get into finishing mechanics. Now the Gogoplata is a choke variation where my foot is going to be underneath his neck, yeah? And it's not gonna be like a strangle where I'm all the way on the side. You can get this to work, it's gonna be like a strangle, but it will feel more like a guillotine. So the most of the pressure will be underneath his chin, as it's like a guillotine submission where I pull his head down. Now, a thing that happens is people want to push the shin in and then they help their partner lift up. So lift up, this. This could work if I want to sweep him from here, which is pretty valid. Yeah, from here I have different submissions. And I can finish the Gogoplata from top, which we might see later. But I don't want to push my partner over. I want to keep him here. Now, my foot is here, and the easiest way to finish is to reach for his head and just pull it in with 2 hands as I flex my shin. That's good enough, yeah? This is the first finishing the first finish mechanics we're gonna look at. If this works, you're good, yeah? Now the second one, instead of just going and reaching for the head, I'm gonna reach behind his head and try to reach for my own foot. Now this is where some people struggle, especially if the knee is flat outwards and you're like this, it might be harder to reach. Or if you just came from an omoplata, you're all the way here, it might be harder to reach. So use your abs, curl in, and try not to reach behind your knee, but reach in front of your knee. Now, if you have a real time and you struggle being here, first, use more abs, so you get closer, you can reach the foot. If it's harder even so, I'm gonna use this hand to base up. Now, instead of pulling my elbow underneath me, because my partner might be pressuring into me, I'm gonna circle it out, yeah, pull it in, and now look, I can go all the way to the heel. All I need for you to do is to reach the ball of your foot, yeah, like your big toe. But if you have trouble reaching all that way, first, you're here, don't get behind the knee. Second, use your abs to sit up. And third, circle out, base up, get to the foot. Now to finish, you can just fall back to the shoulder if you want to. You can flex your arm here and just finish here, that's okay. If you want to have more pressure, you're gonna flex this arm, yeah, stretch it, as your foot curls around his neck, and you're gonna fall back, submit him there. Now, we've seen this in the rubber guard video. We're gonna do some variations with my hand first. As I'm here, I'm trying to finish this, I can reinforce this heel with this second hand pushing in, like so. And I can use the same principle, but then with my foot applying pressure up. That's really gnarly. Now let's look up some counter options, because what happens as soon as I go for the Gogoplata, it could be that my partner puts his chin all the way down, and I cannot get under, put your chin to your chest. Yes, and I cannot get underneath his chin. That's perfect. I will flex away and go for the omoplata, which I can use as a submission or sweep or have some various entries from here. So the omoplata and the Gogoplata work really good together. Yeah, and if my partner is really fixated on defending the Gogoplata, don't fight for it. Just go for the omoplata or mix it up. Now, if I do get underneath, one of his counters could be to grab my foot and try and push it down. Once again, I can try and go for the omoplata, yeah, or I can switch it up and try to hook the leg or whatever, but for now, easy thing to do is I can grab his wrist, and I think if you can reach, it's better to get this under this C-grip like this. Now I can use my hand to try and strip it over, yeah, and then I can still go for the Gogoplata or weave it in here to control his arm, yeah, and start working for maybe arm bars or different submissions here, which is cool if you're flexible. But better yet is instead of using my hand against his hand, is I'm gonna use this knee. I'm gonna bump this knee in, or this leg, and then kick it in with my leg and my arm. Then I'm gonna weave this leg over. Now I hide this foot, I grab this shin, and I push the shin up and pull the calf down to get the Gogoplata. Now, besides having a really strong finish, let's turn a little bit towards the camera. I'm sorry for you suffering here, Bart. Not sorry. As I'm here. If he now tries to defend and grab this foot, that's really tight. I will just grab my shin. Don't try to reach for your foot, yeah? Shoot it in like a triangle. Get the calf so you don't put pressure on your own ankle, and then push this in, you lift in. You do not have to wait for his counter, however, if you're in the Gogoplata, before he grabs the foot, so just ignore this. Before he grabs the foot, you can always just shoot this in and do this finish. But I just wanted to show you the counter because it's a cool follow-up. Next up, instead of using this foot on the outside to curl like a triangle and finish very strongly here, I keep this foot in this area, throw it over like so, and then scissor my leg down with the calf on the right leg towards the foot, towards the mat, and my foot up to the ceiling to put pressure there. Yeah. Now it's harder to defend. If he wants to grab this foot, yeah, pull it off. The other one. Yeah, this takes some time, and I'm just choking him here anytime. If he grabs the foot over there, and he tries to reach up, yeah, sure, yeah. I'll just pressure in, weave it in, and I sit up. The more I sit up, the more pressure I can generate here. But once again, guys, be careful. I'm so sorry, Bart. Be careful about how you pressure your knee towards your chest, or the more you turn away, so your knee faces in a pretty neutral position. This is pretty neutral for my body. And if I put my hips down and bring my knee up, this is going to be very painful and put strain on my LCL. So I want you to mind that, and I think I've warned you now like 3 or 4 times, so check that out. Hey guys, quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, X Martial. Check out their website for some awesome gear for your no-gi grappling, MMA, or any other martial arts. Yeah? Use my promo code to get a discount, or check the link in the bio. Oos. To see more entries, check out the rubber guard video or active guard. Yeah? And if you want to see all these cool submissions, once again, just rewind. Now finally I'm going to give you a sweet variation to take home, is the Gogoplata from top. We can do this anytime we sweep my partner, but let's do some variations. So just lay down please on your back. Now this is an easy one for all beginners. Whenever you're stuck in a top armbar, let's turn a little bit. Whenever you're stuck in a top armbar, and my partner has an S grip and I cannot really finish the armbar. Now there's tons of ways to deal with the armbar, break the arm, switch up to triangles, but today we're here to show you the Gogoplata. Now what I do, as I'm fighting for this armbar, I'm going to AB out and bring this knee to the mat on the side of my hip. As I turn away, I bring my shin, now you see where we're going, right? I bring my shin on his neck, I'm going to sit on top, put my knee over him, grab his hat, and just lift up for the Gogoplata. Yeah? Another thing I can do is if I'm here and I feel my partner coming up a little bit, I could once again throw this leg here and start sitting back up and do that same finish we've seen from the bottom with my leg behind him. I do favor the first one because I have more pressure on my partner and now I'm laying more on the side. So I do favor just sitting up here, grabbing the head, pushing down, putting my weight through his throat. Next up from full mount, let's wrap up with this one, is this. This is really cool in MMA, especially when they grab my waist to avoid punches. Today we're doing grappling, but I'm gonna lock his arm so by putting my foot here, like I'm working for a Kimura or Omoplata. I'm gonna grab my foot, throw it over, and get to that same Gogoplata. But now his arm is strapped here, just like it was in the Omoplata. I'm on top, push, and submit from there. Really cool submission. There's some really cool videos on the Gogoplata in MMA, and even in combat jiu-jitsu, where they control the face with the Gogoplata. I don't recommend doing this at home, close guard. I don't recommend doing this at home where they get the Gogoplata. And then they start punching here and throwing elbow strikes. Yeah, really gnarly. For now, let's keep it with the grappling submission. Guys, I think that's more than enough information on the Gogoplata. I'm happy that today we get to zoom in on this beautiful submission. And if you want to implement it in the overall game, mix it with rubber guard, active guard, Overhook Williams guard, yeah, or your half guard passing. And see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Oes.